Crypto fellow travelers, this is Charles Hoskinson broadcasting live from warm, sunny Colorado. Always warm, always sunny. Sometimes Colorado. It reminds me of an old passage from a very old book written by Mary Shelley. Even broken in spirit, as he is, no one can feel more deeply than he does the beauties of nature. The starry sky, the sea, and even sight afforded by these wonderful regions seems still to have the power of elevating his soul from earth. Such a man has a double existence. He may suffer misery and be overwhelmed by the disappointments. Yet, when he has retired into himself, he will be like a celestial spirit that has a halo around him, within whose circle no grief or folly ventures. Of course, so many of you, of course, remember Frankenstein, Mary's book. She was married to Percy Shelley, whom the Shelley release was named after. So the Mary hard fork is now complete. We are now 2 down, 1 to go. Metadata was the first. Assets are now. In this month, I have no doubt we will see hundreds of assets, most worthless, some very prominent, who knows, launched on the Cardano network, and in coming months, many more to come. You can now go from one asset to multi-asset, native asset standard. It's an amazing technological marvel. It's a great achievement. It's a foundation to build upon. And over time, with Babel transactions and programmability that's coming with the third hard fork and subsequent HFC events, it will make us, in my view, the best platform for things like stablecoins, DeFi, and of course, security tokens. And this is just a brief stop on the roadmap, and a mild one. Many more to come as we continue this journey and we keep pushing forward. But every time we take that moment of reflection on the sojourn behind us and the grand journey ahead, I always like to thank everybody for the hard work that they put in. This was nothing short of a technological marvel. We had the hard fork celebration call. We were all in it. It happens, and our people ask, that's it? It's very anticlimactic. You know, hard forks are supposed to be very stressful, sweat-covered, extremely tenuous events where you're like, oh God, what do we do? Instead, with the hard fork combinator and how we design things and how the system updates itself, the hard work is put in up front. You don't really sweat these types of events. They just happen, and then suddenly you have lots of magical new features. And that's exactly what occurred today. And it made me so proud. It is a truly remarkable thing. A friend of mine and colleague gave me a gift. It is a Gordon MacPhail 1983 bottle of whiskey, single malt Scotch whiskey, private collection. Nothing like a 38-year-old bottle of something to get the job done. I am so incredibly excited to open this, and I'm going to open it on Alonzo, the very next hard fork that we have. Thank God it's a wet year, because that's when we finish Goguen, at least the first version of it, and we have Plutus support, and it's going to truly come alive and be magical. This month also, we're going to have the D=0 event. That's going to be a lot of fun. At that point, 100% of the blocks will be made by the stake pool operators. And alongside the Alonzo era, full peer-to-peer will come. We'll probably have the P2P testnet out, and we'll be inviting the SPOs and other pioneers to beat the hell out of it to make sure that all the configurations are right, given that this is a $40 billion network. It's still unbelievable to say that, but a $40 billion plus network. It's probably good to make sure that one works well, because that thing can actually break the network if you do it wrong. So USPOs are going to have a lot of fun with Sam and the rest of the gang running test scenario after test scenario, making sure that peer-to-peer looks exactly the way that we thought it was going to look in the lab. And of course, a fully decentralized in network and in block production, and a full smart contract engine by likely the end of Q2 of this year. That's an incredible thing. And it's just remarkable how fast we're moving, and it's remarkable how we keep it all together and we keep adding, and we never take anything away. That's how you know when the process is right. And that's how you know when the thought has been put into it and people are really working in the right direction. It was like Watson and Crick, I believe it was 1953, if I got my year right, when they were working on the structure of DNA. And Linus Pauling and all these other prominent scientists who were far more reputable at that point were also doing the same research, and they were really chasing it. And Linus, they looked at what he was proposing and said, that's wrong. And then Watson and Crick, based on some work that they kind of lifted from another scientist, they designed the double helix, and they said, that looks right. Now, they had to do a lot of experiments to fully verify that, but sometimes when you look at something, you just know in your gut it's right. And when I see the pieces of Cardano coming together so seamlessly, the hard fork combinator, the bicameral model for updates, how Catalyst is coming along, 10,000 registered wallets to vote, how about that? Multi-asset now here, just the ease of thought about how we put pieces together, how we do certified software, what happens next, what we're doing next, how we get to the next 5 years with our roadmap and bring together an even larger coalition, the quality of the community, the quality of the moderation, the growth of the community. It just looks right. And I've never experienced that quite in my career. Everything else always had yes, but. And there's no but here. I think Cardano's here to stay, and it's a protocol that's going to change the world. Each and every one of you are part of that story. Some got on the boat a long time ago with me. It was a much rickier boat back then. Some of you are recent. Some of you are fair weather, are ephemeral fellow travelers who will be here and go away. But nonetheless, each and every one of you are all equal in that you're on the same road with us at the moment. And thank you for that. It hasn't been an easy one. It's been filled with all kinds of rocks and cobras and difficulties, but it's been a meaningful one. We legitimately have solved incredibly hard problems. We legitimately have made meaningful contributions to the science of this space, to the engineering of this space. And now the commercial side of this project is waking up. And we're going to bring all new experiences to those who really want to innovate and build great things. They're coming to us. We're not even asking. Hundreds flooding in saying, gosh, when can we get started? We say, grab a shovel, become a Plutus pioneer, let's get it done. At the end of this month at Cardano 360, you'll see how much enthusiasm, passion, and excitement there really is in the developer class and how they really want to get started. We're the bottleneck, not them. It's not build it and let's see. It's let's get it done because there's a big crowd outside and they're going to start setting fires if we don't get it done quickly. That's exciting. Last time I saw that was at the Foundations of Ethereum at the Miami's conference when Vitalik delivered his speech showing how to do some things. And as he left the conference room, he was like a rock star surrounded by all these people. That enthusiasm, passion, and moment is back. And it's here. And wow. Just wow. I can't wait for the next 9 months, guys. I really can't. It's going to be so much fun. I get to travel around the world again and meet all of you in person. We get to build so many cool things. We get to explore so many cool ideas. And that's just this year. And before the end of this year, we get to talk about where we're going over the next 5 years. And how do we leverage what we have built, which is here to stay, to take over the world. And you know what? We're crazy enough that we might actually do it. Or at least make a big-ass dent. You with me? You are. Congratulations, everyone. Enjoy this moment. It's ours to enjoy. Till next time.